Hi, I'm Linda Sessions, and I'm your instructor for Business 121 here at WSU Tech. And in this video, I just kind of want to introduce myself a little bit more and also do a quick overview of the course here in Canvas. So I am recording this video at my home. Some videos will be recorded at work, so the background's going to be different, but I enjoy recording at home because you get to see my office. I collect ducks, talk more about that here in just a second. And I also do 3D printing. I play around with that. I enjoy it. It's relaxing usually, but it's a lot of fun. I print ducks, I print dragons, all sorts of different things, little pagodas. I'm going to be putting that out in my garden here in a little bit. But I just like to have fun. I like to do creative things. But I do collect ducks. Lots of ducks. I even have a duck tattoo, which I can't put right side up because, boy, it's out of my arm. But I've done ducks for a very, very long time. A lot longer than Jeep has done ducks. And that's, to answer the next question, no, I don't drive the Jeep. It's on my bucket list. But the reason I do ducks, have you ever seen ducks on a pond? They look really serene as they're floating around, don't they? On a pond, lake, or river, they're just fun to watch. And underneath, though, they are paddling, sometimes crazily, to either get where they're going or sometimes just to even stay still in one spot. Because the currents in the lake or the river or the pond are battling them. They're just punching them to and fro. If they didn't paddle their little legs, they would be up on the beach. And they'd all be bunched up. They wouldn't be out in the middle of the pond. When I meet people, I see your calm face, right? I see what you want me to see. I don't see what life's doing to you. I don't see the currents that are blowing you in your life. I don't see how hard you're paddling to even get that one assignment done that week in class. I don't see if you're serene, just lazily going through things and everything's great, or if you are paddling like crazy. One thing I do know is that if I give somebody a duck, like this little one right here, if I can get him on my fingers, then I've made them smile. And when you smile, if you smile right now, it actually releases endorphins in your brain, and they make you feel better. And so when I give somebody a duck and they smile, they feel better for at least a little bit. So I've made a difference. I've made an impact on their day just by giving them a duck. And yeah, I keep ducks in my car. I do put them on Jeeps from time to time. In fact, I was at Yellowstone and I was putting one on this really dirty Jeep. And I turned around and this guy was standing there looking at me and he goes, "That's my Jeep." I said, "I like it. Here's a duck." And he goes, "I've never been ducked before." I said, "Now you have." And we started talking and he was laughing. But I also keep little ducks in my purse. And when I'm at restaurants, if I'm having a good time, sometimes I'll leave the ducks for the waiter or the waitress. If they're really having a really rough day, I will give them ducks. Sometimes I keep little ducks around if I have a bigger bag. And if I see people at a table with a lot of kids and they're kind of going crazy, I will give them ducks. It makes them smile for a few minutes. I give ducks to students. If you're at WSU South, come see me, ask for me, and I'll give you a duck. But what happens when I give ducks to students and they smile, and then they're having a rough day and they see the duck again? Oh, wow. Somebody cared. That's right. Wow. I feel better for just a few minutes and you're smiling. And that's why I do ducks, because it helps people to smile. I'm not just a crazy duck lady. Well, yeah, I am a crazy duck lady. But I do it for a reason. So I've got all these ducks at home, not only in here, but other rooms here at the house. My husband indulges me, and you should see my office at work. Tons of ducks. So that's why I do ducks. So hopefully I made you smile just a little bit at the start of this semester. Let's get into the class. Let's go over the class. So here in the dashboard, you're going to go to your business communication class and select that. I'm going to go ahead and view a student. So what you see on your screen should be what you see in your class. Otherwise, I get all sorts of things that you don't see. So here you've got the instructor welcome. So you can select this, learn a little bit more about me and what I like to do. Yes, I did see the world's largest rubber duck. That was so much fun. But in case you don't want to read this, here's a little 6-minute podcast. And I made this by putting this into a website, and it created a little podcast. And I'll tell you how to do that here in the next week or so. It's really kind of fun. But you can listen to this podcast, and it's like 2 people talking about me, their instructor. So more information about me. Let's go back to the modules. Here's the course syllabus. The course syllabus is our contract. What you can expect from me and what I expect from you. Again, here's my contact information. The best way to reach me is through the course email. That way I know that which course you're emailing me from. And just a heads up, sometimes it's going to take 48 hours for me to contact you back. Usually I check email in the classes every single night, so I get back to you a lot quicker. But you might not send an email and get a message back just instantaneously. So give me a few minutes. I do have a life beyond work. The textbook, we do use the textbook, so you do have access to that already. You've already paid for it. I do have different assignments. There are multiple choice quizzes and there are projects, and you're also going to be learning about artificial intelligence, AI. So I'm excited about that one. What I expect from you is I expect you to complete the assignments. You're not going to pass a class if you don't complete the assignments. You also are not going to be able to complete the assignments if you only work on them 1 day a week. You need to work on them during the week, a little bit each day, to get them all done. Otherwise, you're not going to get done. You're not really going to learn the information. So make sure you set your time schedule. If you need help creating a time schedule, just let me know, and we can look at your situation and try to figure out, well, what can we do? What can you do to get the work done? What can you expect from me? Well, I'm not going to know you by your name because this is an online class. However, I do monitor your work. You will receive an email from me on Fridays letting you know, hey, you didn't get this assignment done and it's due on Monday. And so for each assignment, I have a little drop-down box and I will send you an email. So if there's 6 assignments that week and if you haven't done anything, you're going to receive 6 emails from me, 1 for each assignment that hasn't been turned in. And that's just a reminder. That's all that is. On Monday morning, I will try and I will do my best to send another email if you haven't turned something in, because they're due Monday night. And again, it's just a reminder, hey, you didn't get this assignment turned in. Make sure you get it turned in. I don't like late assignments. In fact, I think in my syllabus it tells you I don't accept late assignments. I do realize sometimes life happens. Now, just because you're working doesn't mean I'm going to extend your assignments. We're all working, or a lot of us are working. And that's where your time management comes in. You're going to have to make some sacrifices. You're going to have to make some choices. Am I going to get my work done, or I'm going to do this? And yeah, this class is one of your jobs over the next 8 weeks. So reach out, let me know what's happening, but for the most part, I don't accept late assignments. Now, each week, there is a discussion board. We'll talk about that in a second. There is a midterm exam, and there's a final exam, and there's written papers. You can see you're going to be having 5 different written papers. Okay. All right, so let's come on down here. One thing I want you to know about AI usage. Discussion boards, they're supposed to be your own thoughts. If I suspect that it's something that's just been created by AI, then I will run it through an AI detector. And if it comes back 100% and I run it through 3 different ones and it comes back 100% on each one, then I'm probably going to mark you off and I'm going to probably talk to you and say, hey, what's going on? I realize that the AI detectors are not 100% foolproof. That's just the way society is, but I want them to be your thoughts. That's what they are. You're going to need to probably look through the chapters before you can do the discussion boards. Maybe do a little bit of research to garner your own opinion on them, but that's what they want. I just want your own opinion. Now, you do need to respond to another classmate. So I'd like you to post your discussion board early in the week so your classmates have something to respond to. So make your initial posting sometime early in the week and then do your second posting later in the week. Let's see. Then here are the assignments. You can see here in week 1, there's a discussion board. There's a quiz about AI. There's a text in here about AI. You'll need to read through that and then take this little quick AI quiz about what is AI, artificial intelligence. A question on what does communicating matter to me. It's worth 3 points. And these are multiple choice quizzes. And these are this is based on chapter 1. You've got learn it and you've got apply it. So learn it is where it's basic. Like this, it talks about this in the chapter. Here's the multiple choice. Apply it is where you take what you've learned in the chapter and you apply it to a situation. And you can see the learn it's 15 points, the apply it's 35 points. And then there's a speech about yourself. Now, this speech about yourself is, I want you to think about as if you are being introduced. You've received like a Lifetime Achievement Award, the Academy Award, Lifetime Achievement Award. What are they going to say about you? That's kind of what this is all about. And they're all due August 25th, and that's a Monday night. All the assignments are due on Monday night, except during the last week, the final exam, and it is due on Sunday night, because that's the last day of class. That is the syllabus. You can print it if you want to. Come back over here to modules. Tips for success, more tips. You can read through this. Also gives you information about the college, what's available here to help you be successful as a student, or just some fun things. Like we have a new club that just started, I don't know, a year or so ago, but it's a film club. And I know they're going to be doing a horror film night in October that you can come to, and I think you can bring your family to it if you want to, and watch some horror films and then talk about them. Textbook link, here's another textbook link. More information. These are just some appendixes that's with the e-text that you can look at. If you have problems with Cengage, right here you can send them an email and they can help you. So if you have problems with the text, getting into it, you can email the Cengage technical support, and they are really good at getting right back with you to help you get access to that e-text. Now here in week 1, you can see the module has what we're going to be talking about, and then the days of the week. It starts 8/18 for this particular session. Now, if you are in the second 8-week course, the date's going to be a little bit different, obviously. But you can see the due dates on the assignments are all listed here. And you can see here's the student guide to AI. So you're going to download this and you're going to read through and review this guide. And then that's going to be your information for this quiz. Here is a quiz that's this is just a question kind of to get you thinking about what communicating character and building relationship is. You've got flashcards that you can look at, and this is every chapter is going to have flashcards where you can look and you can see what are the main words and what's their definitions for that chapter. So look at the flashcards before you start looking at the e-text, because that's going to give you an idea of what you can expect out of the chapter. Then here is your Learn It. This is this read. This is a link to the actual chapter in the textbook. So you're going to click here to get to the text, select this link right here to get to the flashcards, and then here is your Learn It concept quiz, and then here is the Apply It quiz. And let me see, I'm going to leave student view because you should be able to see the speech. I will get that on here. I'm not sure where that went to. There it is, Speech About Yourself. It's due August 25th. So I'm going to do another video with more information about that. So you would just select this and it would go into that information. So each module is set up like that, and you can see that you've got module 2, you have access to it, you have access to all of the modules throughout the class, and you can work ahead if you want to, just don't fall behind. Okay. The Learn It and the Apply It, they are all open book, so you don't have to try to memorize everything. I want you to learn the content, not just to be able to regurgitate it. I want you to learn the information. So you can use your e-text when you're working on those Learn It and Apply It. I am here to help you be successful. So each week I will also try to do a video about the concepts and stuff that week, and about the AI, what is going on with that, and a little bit about what's going on with communications in the world. So hopefully you're going to be learning some new things about business communications this semester. Have a good semester. Reach out to me if you have any questions. We can do a Zoom meeting. We can do a phone call. My office is at the WSU South Campus. We can meet there if you want to meet in person. So I'm here for you, the student. I want you to be successful, and welcome to Business Communications at WSU Tech. I'm Linda Sue Sessions, so have a great day.